Hey, what's up, you guys? So, 9 o'clock at night, I figured I should probably vlog, considering I was just downstairs, and I know that, never happens, but I actually decided to leave my room for the night and not play my PlayStation 4. So, instead I decided to play my PlayStation 3, because it's such a downgrade. I say that sarcastically, actually. But not only was I downstairs playing my PlayStation 3, but I was also downstairs playing Final Fantasy VII. Now, obviously, as you guys all know, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, but this is one of the most critically acclaimed, one of the most fan acclaimed. Everybody's obsessed with Final Fantasy VII. Everybody. Even people that don't really play the Final Fantasy series have a lot of them have played or heard and seen spin-offs, because there are a bunch of Final Fantasy VII things. There's spin-offs for game titles and movies and anime, and people are obsessed with Final Fantasy VII. So, and I get it. It's a great game. It is. I've read a lot about the story. The gameplay is pretty much just like any other Final Fantasy game. The characters are all great. The graphics shitty, and that's why a lot of people want them to remake it, not just an HD remaster, but a whole redo of everything. They want HD graphics, amazing cinematics, all this stuff, and it would be great. But a lot of the stuff that's in this game, while it's all amazing, a lot of it's actually controversial. And I know nobody really cares enough to hear about this stuff, but maybe if you do, maybe I'll make a video about it and make it separate from my vlogs. But it's a great game, and a lot of it is, again, controversial. There are kids that hang out in bars because their parents own them, and I guess it's kind of okay, but it's kind of not. There's definitely a rape scene in which your character ends up getting raped by dudes in order to prove that you can look like a woman or something. I don't know. It's weird. Because for one of the parts in the game, you have to dress up as a girl in order to sneak into this whorehouse, it's literally a pimp house, literally a fucking pimp house. Okay, there's this guy who's oh, I need a new lady to have fun with, and so you have a friend in there who was trapped, who was captured by the thugs. So you have to try to break her out by dressing up as a girl, because guys aren't allowed in the pimp house, obviously. Why else why would they be? So you and one of your female and one of your companions, one of your compadres, go to sneak into this place, and so you have to try to look like a woman, and certain choices have you raped by men. It's weird. But you don't actually know that that's what's happening, but it's pretty safe to assume that's what's happening. Literally. They're hold on, you have a group of 5 guys, and then your guys in this weird bathtub thing. I don't know, it's getting real weird for my channel. But they're in this bath thing, and they're 5 guys, and all of a sudden they're just oh, hold on, I'll hurt it first. Oh, it's okay, just count to 10. And then so your character's 1, 2, and then it'll be because it's not voice acting, because it's a Final Fantasy game, so it's all in subtitles and words that you read, and then you just hear, and then not right here, but then you just see on the screen, and you're what is happening? Anyway, I was just playing it, and I fell asleep. The whole entire thing was just to build up to that. Also, that I've never finished it, and I'm one of the biggest fans of the series ever, and I've never finished Final Fantasy VII. And I think what it is because everybody's so obsessed with it that I was just kind of So naturally, I had to be different. I had to be Final Fantasy, although Final Fantasy X is I think my favorite, but that one's also pretty well known. I want to say Final Fantasy 13, but then everybody would hate me. The Final Fantasy series would hate me. Or not series. The series fans. Because everybody also says that Final Fantasy 13 is the worst. because the characters, and it's too linear, and gameplay and battle wise, which I don't know. I think it's a great game, great story. The characters they can be a little off-putting. Linear, I don't really care how linear a game is. It doesn't really bother me. Battle system is intense. Like, you wouldn't think it, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's too easy. But I mean, have you ever fucking played this game? Granted, it's easier than other games, and there were a lot of things that could be improved upon, but it got pretty intense. I don't know, I thought it was a great story. I like the characters for the most part. Anyway, this has just been the whole entire thing about Final Fantasy. Question of the day is, have you guys played any of the Final Fantasies? I've played all of them, and I've only ever beaten 4, 8, 9, 10, and 13. And there's a fifth one, and the 15th one is coming out soon. So I need a lot of catching up to do. Anyway, with that long and awkward vlog, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.